Gypsy Rose and Ken are broken up, and it's gonna show the breakup on their season of this show. Like, Kennifer, you're literally playing with fire, and you can only play with fire so much until you get burned. Like, do you not know who this is? This is the Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You know what she did in the past? You know what she's capable of? Count your days, sister.
I see you. Wow, look at you.
Thank you, Gypsy.
God, like, I've never actually seen, like...
How pregnant I am?
Yeah, because you're always wearing, like, tight shirts. I can see the baby now. Never been in a situation before, you know, meeting Gypsy, like, a girl being pregnant. But, when I found out that Gypsy was a very shocking experience. But I wish that she had gotten through this divorce process before this happened, because this isn't, it's not a good look for me, it's not a good look for her, it's not a good look for, you know.
But it happened, and so I'm gonna be a big girl, and I'm gonna put on my big girl pants, and I'm gonna freaking do this.
Same answer for me. except boy pants.
The internet is losing it over Gypsy Rose's man, and a gay TikToker just dropped a bombshell. All right, y'all, buckle up, because the drama surrounding Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her man, Ken Urker, just took a wild turn, and the internet is obsessed. Ken's been out here insisting he's straight, and let's not forget, he's allegedly the father of Gypsy's daughter. But the internet? Oh, they are not convinced. And now, a gay TikToker just stepped into the chat with a scorching hot take on Ken Urker. And honey, the receipts are juicy. Now, we've all seen the internet play detective when it comes to a man's sexuality. Sometimes it's just messy speculation, other times, well, let's just say the gaydar doesn't lie. Because when an actual gay man comes forward and says, yeah, no, I can spot the vibes from a mile away, people listen. Because let's keep it real, they know what they're talking about. So what exactly does this TikToker know that has everyone side-eyeing Ken? Was it the awkward body language, the questionable chemistry, or something even spicier? And here's the real kicker. Does Ken's recent behavior actually support the theory? Because if so, oh, this story is about to get messy. Gypsy's already been through enough, but now her relationship is under the microscope in a whole new way. Is Ken really who he says he is? Or is the internet about to expose what's really going on? Stay tuned and watch this video till the very end, because this tea is piping hot. And you don't want to miss what's coming next. Also, if you want to help me out with a little engagement, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, because trust me, this saga is far from over. Let's get into it.
I see you. Wow, look at you.
Thank you, Gypsy.
God, like, I've never actually seen, like...
How pregnant I am?
Yeah, because you're always wearing, like, tight shirts. I can see the baby now.
The closet is glass, babe. I am just very surprised that she's 6 months pregnant. And the paternity test was done. He is the father. But I would not be surprised if one day, let's say I take a trip to New Orleans, I go out to the bars that my people are at, and I see him drinking a cocktail. Would not be surprised.
The streets are screaming that Ken's closet isn't just made of glass, it's crystal clear, and people are side-eyeing everything from his behavior to the actual paternity of Gypsy's baby. Some are even claiming the child belongs to her ex Ryan instead. Like, hold on, what in the Maury Povich mess is going on here? Let's start with the elephant in the room, Ken's sexuality. For years, folks have been whispering about it, but recently, the whispers turned into full-blown shouts. Someone straight up said he's hiding in his little shell, thinking nobody notices. But sweetie, the internet has HD vision. People are pointing to his mannerisms, his energy, and even the way he interacts with Gypsy, saying it all adds up to one big question. Is Ken really into women? And listen, this isn't just gossip for gossip's sake. There's a pattern here, and the internet is connecting dots like a conspiracy board. But the drama doesn't stop there. Enter the baby scandal. If Ken and Gypsy are really together, why are so many people convinced the baby isn't his? The theory's gaining steam because, let's be real, some folks just can't picture Ken being the father. But here's the thing. Being gay doesn't mean you can't have kids. Gypsy herself had to shut it down, confirming a court-ordered paternity test proved Ken is the dad. So, end of story, right? Wrong. because Ken's own behavior is making this whole situation look even shadier. In a recent video, he admitted he hadn't even seen how pregnant Gypsy was. Excuse me? If this man is her partner, why is he acting like a distant uncle who only checks in on holidays? Shouldn't he have been there for doctor's appointments, late-night cravings, something? People are now side-eyeing whether they're even intimate, or if this is just a business arrangement for the cameras. And let's not ignore the bigger picture. Someone dropped this truth bomb. My dad is gay and has 2 kids and was married. Just because they're together doesn't mean they're sleeping together. So, is that what's happening here? Is Ken just playing the role of supportive co-parent while keeping things strictly platonic? Because if they're really together, how do you not notice your girlfriend's growing baby bump?
Never been in a situation before, meaning Gypsy, like a girl being pregnant. But when I found out that Gypsy was a very shocking experience. But I wish that she had gotten through this divorce process before this happened, because this isn't, it's not a good look for me, it's not a good look for her, it's not a good look,
But it happened, and so I'm gonna be a big girl, and I'm gonna put on my big girl pants, and I'm gonna freaking do this.
Same answer for me. Except boy pants.
I'm sorry, but this scene right here really pissed me off. Y'all are doing the dirty with no form of birth control, then you act surprised when you're pregnant? And Gypsy 100% was informed on birth control because we saw last season her half-sister Mia took her to the clinic. It's pretty obvious, even Gypsy's dad said it, Gypsy wanted to get pregnant by Ken. Number 1, they're not married yet, not that that really matters anyway, who cares? But number 2, the bigger problem is Gypsy can only stay at Ken's for 2 days a week. Like legally, she has to live at her dad's house, and she's only able to go to Ken's for 2 days. So how is that going to work when you guys have the baby?
And here's where it gets messy. People are convinced that was actually his real voice, which means before that, he might have been deliberately altering it, maybe to sound more masculine or straight passing. This little voice slip is just adding fuel to a fire that started months ago when multiple men came forward accusing Ken of having secret sexual relationships with them. One of them even had the audacity to comment directly under Gypsy's Instagram post, making it clear that the rumors weren't dying down anytime soon. Now, let's be real, Ken and Gypsy have been working overtime to shut these rumors down, but instead of clearing things up, it seems like every new move they make just gives the internet more reasons to speculate, so the question remains, are they fighting a losing battle? This whole situation is giving scripted reality TV vibes, and the internet is obsessed. Are people reaching, or are the signs right there? Sound off in the comments. I need to know what y'all think.
You thought Gypsy confirming her sex dates with boyfriend Ken was TMI? Wait till you see what she commented on this page. So another T page, I will tag them down below, posted the comment about Ken, Gypsy's boyfriend, being on Grindr. Gypsy then commented on that video saying they are just trolls with no proof. The T page replied, I don't know, Gyp, it's starting to look fishy with now 2 people coming forward. Gypsy replies, people also don't have the privilege of his cat emoji eating skills. If they did, any doubt would be washed away in the wave of LOL. TMI. Now, if you don't know what's going on with this situation, another account commented this, I believe, on Gypsy's Instagram. By the way, Gypsy, you should really investigate on Ken. Some of us have met him on Grindr, and Grindr is a gay app. FYI.
Y'all, is Ken really keeping his truth under wraps just to secure that TV bag? Because at this point, the evidence is stacking up, and it's looking real suspicious. Let's keep it a buck. It's 2025, and being gay is not the scandal it used to be. Most of Hollywood has moved on, fans are supportive, and nobody's career gets ruined over it anymore. So why is Ken dodging the rumors like his life depends on it? Here's the real question. Is he staying closeted because his entire reality TV paycheck hinges on this relationship with Gypsy? Think about it. If he comes out, Gypsy likely dumps him, the show loses its central storyline, and suddenly, Ken's back to slinging drinks at some low-key bar instead of living that D-list celebrity life. And let's be honest, that TV fame, that clout, he is not about to let that go without a fight. But hold on, because the tea gets even hotter.
I think Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Ken's relationship is a recipe for disaster, and it's only a matter of time before everything blows up. Because the second-hand embarrassment I got when they were at the restaurant and Ken literally said, I just want to shame her. She's lying. She didn't even try it. She's lying. Mind you, Gypsy is extremely calculated. If it were me, I would have crashed out in public at that table. But she, I guarantee you, is writing down all the shit that he does to piss her off. Including finding his ex-girlfriend boyfriend's hairbrush. Like, Kennifer, you're literally playing with fire, and you can only play with fire so much until you get burned. Like, do you not know who this is? This is the Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You know what the shit she did in the past? You know what she's capable of? Count your days, sister. Publicly shaming her is crazy.
While Ken's sexuality rumors are one thing, Gypsy's entire relationship has been on breakup watch for months now. It all started when beauty influencer Nina and a few other insiders spilled that Gypsy and Ken had already split, and that their explosive breakup would be the main storyline of season 2. Now, 3 episodes in, we're all sitting here like, where's the drama? But according to a new insider, everything happening right now is just filler, leading up to the real meltdown that's about to unfold. And then there's the biggest red flag of all, Ken not even knowing how far along Gypsy was in her pregnancy. BFFR. If they were really together, wouldn't he be the first person to know? This is giving full-on, we already broke up but still have to fake it for the cameras energy. And honestly, I'm convinced that's exactly what's happening. So what's really going on here? Is Ken hiding his truth just to keep cashing those reality TV checks? Are Gypsy and Ken straight up acting for the cameras while their relationship is already over? This story is about to blow up. And trust me, you do not want to miss what happens next.
Nina, beauty influencer, myself, and my fiance, Local Monster, all said this, and y'all called us liars. They're literally setting the scene right now. Oh, Ken was mean to Gypsy in public, and so she's crying in the restaurant bathroom. Oh, she was going through his things when they were moving, and she found an ex's hairbrush. She can't let go of the things in the past. They're in therapy, and they have poor communication. They're breadcrumbing everything, so when the breakup happens, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know why. But Nina, beauty influencer, myself, and my fiance will be taking apologies when this stuff gets aired. Thank you.
That, my friend, is karma. This is your baby daddy.
Gypsy Blanchard must be absolutely losing it right now because her ex-husband, Ryan Anderson, has made a dramatic return to social media. And he didn't come quietly. Instead of targeting Gypsy directly, Ryan set his sights on something she holds just as dear, her boyfriend, Ken Urker. And let's just say, this wasn't your typical online drama. Ryan didn't mince words, launching a series of attacks that have fans in an uproar and everyone else on the edge of their seats. The way he came for Ken wasn't subtle either. It was sharp, calculated, and designed to hit where it hurts the most. Social media is buzzing with speculation about what this could mean for Gypsy, who's already no stranger to public scrutiny. As if Gypsy's life hasn't had enough twists and turns, this new drama is stirring the pot even more. Ryan's return and his pointed words have people divided. Some are backing him, while others are rallying behind Gypsy and Ken.
Get a job, bruh. What a joke. You just gonna live off Gypsy forever? Punk ass. And yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. I got mad. But dude's a punk. Dude's a punk. Get a job. Probably still asking Gypsy to pay your rent, huh? Yeah.
Ryan Anderson is no stranger to stirring up trouble, but this time he's hit a nerve we all know he shouldn't have touched. During his recent TikTok live with Perez Hilton, things started off light and playful. Perez wrapped up the live session by calling out to any gay viewers, encouraging them to slide into his DMs because, well, he's gay and single. It was all fun and games, until Ryan decided to take it a step further. Without missing a beat, Ryan casually dropped a bomb, saying Perez didn't need to look far because Gypsy's boyfriend, Ken Urker, might just fit the profile of what Perez was looking for. Yep, you heard that right. Ryan implied Ken might be gay. And knowing Gypsy's reputation for fiercely defending her man, you can imagine how this went over with fans. The comment immediately sent shockwaves through the live's viewers, many of whom know Gypsy doesn't play when it comes to Ken. Was Ryan just joking, or does he know something that we don't, and was he trying to poke the bear?
If any gay guys are watching, slide into my DMs. Because that doesn't happen. And I would love that. I would love to go.
No way. You're telling me that doesn't happen to you.
90% of my audience are women.
Well, I can relate to that. I mean, but
yeah, but it helps you.
But I'm not complaining.
No, I know.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but call Gypsy's boyfriend up. Ken, I thought,
Ryan.
I'm just joking. Just joking,
Okay,
man.
all right. Going out with a bang.
That's just a little jab at Ken.
I like that. All right.
Yes. So, man, I just couldn't help it, man. I had to.
Ryan Anderson and Ken's feud has always been full of jabs and drama, but this time, things have taken a much more personal turn. Ryan hit below the belt by calling Ken gay, and he's not even sorry about it. Fans are split, with some calling Ryan out for crossing the line, while others are simply shocked at the lengths he'll go to when he's mad. This isn't the first time Ken's been the target of similar claims, nor is it the first time Ryan has launched an attack. Let's face it, making digs at Ken seems to be one of Ryan's favorite hobbies. But stooping to this level has left fans questioning if this feud has gone too far. Shockingly, or maybe not depending on who you ask, Ryan isn't backing down or apologizing for his comments. The question now is, how will Ken respond?
And yes, I did take a jab at what's-his-face. I apologize. I do and I don't at the same time. Here's what it is. Don't apologize. I don't. Like, if he took offense to that, that's his problem. I mean, they said things about me, so whatever. All of it's BS anyway. So, freedom of speech, baby.
It seems Ryan's recent remarks about Ken are reigniting the age-old gay radar debate. In the teaser for Gypsy's show season 2, a moment has gone viral where someone outright says, "Ken is setting my gaydar off so much." Fans were already buzzing, but things got even spicier when Nina chimed in, pointing out Ken's undeniably sassy posture. She described it as giving, well, Major, he's a gay guy energy. Naturally, fans took this and ran with it, flooding social media with theories. Some are convinced this is a clever narrative choice for the show, while others think people are reading too much into Ken's vibe.
Friend, do you mean like this? Are you talking about this? Crisscross applesauce and a little sass. Is that what we talking about? Let me tell you something. I'm heading right out with my bag on my shoulders if my man sit on a bed like this.
The internet never forgets, and apparently, it doesn't let things slide either. The latest whispers swirling around Ken are raising eyebrows left and right. Some fans couldn't help but notice his sassy hand movements. And, well, let's just say his tone. The comments section exploded with people speculating that Ken might be gay. And while the rumors have been around for a while, they've suddenly gained new life. But if there's one person not having it, it's Gypsy. She's been on a mission to shut these rumors down, clapping back at critics and labeling them as nothing more than trolls with no receipts. And if that wasn't enough, she took it up a notch by spilling some seriously personal tea. In one comment, Gypsy made it clear that anyone questioning Ken's sexuality doesn't have the privilege of experiencing his, kitten emoji eating skills. If they did, she claimed, there wouldn't be a shred of doubt left. Yes, she went there. Now, whether this overshare squashed the rumors or added fuel to the fire is up for debate, but one thing's for sure, Gypsy's reaction proves how sensitive this topic is.
Let's watch Big Mama and her girlfriend.
Every memory of the beginning of motherhood is very important because I have something to prove. I have to prove that I'm going to be a better mother than what my mother was.
But you could never.
It's amazing to hear.
Yeah, this is your nanny.
Can we take?
I hope that they do not rush a marriage. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you need to get married.
Ken want to marry a man.
What if we were married before they were born? Can you do that?
That would make
We are in a
sense.
stressful situation. With us being in the public eye,
Right.
us being new parents,
I just didn't think we needed couples therapy.
there are times that I feel
Look at the distance. But he got his arms on shoulder. How does that work?
really guilty. Okay. Just because I know there's so much.
She's like, I do not care.
I told him I
It turns out she wasn't just spreading rumors behind the scenes, she was sliding into creators' inboxes too. One shocking moment came when she messaged a creator named Conspiratea, claiming she had the real tea on Ken's love life. In her message, she said, "I sent you a message on Facebook, along with pictures of Ken's ex-girlfriend. I'm so over these rumors about Ken being gay. I wanted to set the record straight about his dating history. Before Ken and I got back together, he was with a woman for 5 years. But the plot thickens because Ken wasn't sitting quietly in the face of these allegations. He took matters into his own hands, telling everyone, "I'm not gay and I'd say so if I was. There's no shame in it, it's 2024, but that's just not who I am."
Like, am I bi? No. If I was, I would just say so, but I'm not. There's no shame in it.
Allegations are flying left and right, with 2, or possibly more, men claiming to have had intimate interactions with Ken. The tea spilled when one commenter boldly posted under Gypsy's account, urging her to investigate Ken, adding, "Some of us have met him on Grindr." If you didn't know, Grindr is a popular app for gay men, and this alone sent shockwaves through the comment section. But that's not all. Another man entered the chat. And honey, he wasn't holding back. He demanded that Gypsy tell Ken to return all their pictures, videos, and scrapbooks ASAP. The same commenter threw in an even spicier detail, claiming, "I also want my personally engraved ring and necklace back. Oh, and Gypsy, when are you going to tell everyone you're pregnant and trapped, Ken? Just like Diddy trapped Rod?" The drama levels are off the charts. The cherry on top, this commenter hinted that Ken is scared F about the whole situation, especially with rumors swirling that Gypsy is expecting his child. And if these claims weren't already enough, the man invited Gypsy to slide into his DMs, promising he had even more juicy stories to share. At this point, fans are left wondering, is there any truth to these claims? Or are these just attempts to stir the pot? And is Gypsy furious that Ryan has brought this drama back into the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this story isn't over yet. Trust me, there's a lot more to unpack, and we'll keep you updated every step of the way. If you thought Scott's story was jaw-dropping, just wait. Ken's tale is about to take things to a whole new level. Allegations about Ken's sexuality and his secretive behavior have been swirling for years, and with more and more men stepping forward to share their shocking experiences, the pressure is building. Despite Ken's persistent denials, the evidence against him is undeniable, creating a whirlwind of speculation that's too explosive to ignore. One of the most damning voices in this saga comes from Steve Woods, a man who claims to have had a serious, secret relationship with Ken. According to Steve, their connection wasn't just casual. Ken was deeply involved with him, all while keeping up a public facade with Gypsy. This isn't just a fling, folks. It's a full-blown relationship that Ken apparently tried to keep hidden from the world. But Steve's story doesn't end there. Troubled by Ken's double life, Steve reportedly reached out to Gypsy, privately warning her about Ken's alleged secret hookups with other men. Imagine the tension in that moment. A man warning the woman in Ken's life, revealing the darker side of a relationship that most never saw coming.
Y'all remember a while back Ken being with Steve, allegedly, a guy named Steve, which is fine. No, there's nothing wrong with that, but Ken denied it, adamantly denied it. Ken was with Steve, who is the guy that simply messaged Gypsy when she first announced her pregnancy over allegedly truly being concerned about Gypsy being pregnant and knowing that Ken doesn't like to use protection. Like Steve privately messaged her, DM'd her, okay? Obviously, since, Ken doesn't like to use protection, Gyp is in this position now, apparently, where she's having Kenny Boy's baby, or possibly could have already had the baby.
In a shocking twist, Ken's carefully crafted public persona is quickly crumbling. After dismissing a serious warning from a former associate, Ken found himself at the center of a scandal that's leaving fans and critics alike stunned. What started as a quiet concern soon turned into an explosive series of revelations that paint a troubling picture of the star's double life. It all began when Steve, who had tried to raise alarm bells about Ken's behavior, was brushed off. With no other option, Steve went public, detailing his unsettling experience. According to him, Ken wasn't just the loving partner to Gypsy that fans had come to adore, he was hiding a much darker truth behind closed doors. Steve claimed that Ken had used him emotionally and financially, further staining his reputation, and making it clear that things were far from what they seemed on the surface. But that wasn't the only bombshell dropped. Enter Cowboy Bear, another accuser who added even more fuel to the fire during a live stream. Cowboy Bear recounted meeting Ken on Grindr, the popular LGBTQ plus dating app, and the details he shared were jaw-dropping. He even claimed to have screenshots of Ken's profile, which allegedly included tags like bondage curious and other suggestive terms. The most shocking detail? Ken's bio, which supposedly identified him as bisexual, a stark contradiction to the public denials he had made about the very same allegations in the past. As these revelations continue to unfold, it's clear that the truth behind Ken's life is far more complicated than anyone ever imagined.
So this is someone by the name of Justin, and this shows Ken Urker saying, "I want to F." Well, I wasn't sure if this was really legit because it's 2 screenshots put together, so I had to do my due diligence. So let me show you what I found. One thing I want to note is that he lives in Dallas, Texas, which is where Ken Urker lived before moving to Louisiana. I scrolled through the photos to find the photo, and I found it. This is it right here. And initially when I clicked it, I did not see the comment. So I hit all comments, and here it's Ken saying, "I want to F." I wasn't sure if it was really him, so I went to his profile and I wanted to see who liked this photo of him and Gypsy. I scrolled through, I ended up finding his sister, Autumn Tara, and I scrolled through. I just wanted to see if she had anything referencing him. And sure enough, it says, "I'm going to be an auntie. Congratulations to my big bro." But that also still wasn't enough for me. I wanted to do a little more digging, and I actually found Gypsy Rose liking this photo. Now here in this photo, it is her blue check mark, and it says "cut off Louisiana" in a relationship with Ken Urker. Now, love is love. Love whoever you want. But when you start saying, "I am the one behind Steve Woods," or these allegations that came out were all lies, I'm going to make sure that I verify it and I prove that you really know that person and it's not allegations.
The drama surrounding Ken, Gypsy, and their inner circle has reached a boiling point, and the floodgates of controversy are wide open. Cowboy Bear's detailed and consistent accusations have painted a picture of Ken leading a double life. What began as a shocking revelation is now a full-blown scandal. With no signs of slowing down, Ken's immediate response? Discrediting his accusers, Steve and Cowboy Bear, by calling their stories fabrications and accusing them of just wanting attention. But here's the catch. The specifics of their stories, along with the corroborating details, make it hard for anyone to dismiss their claims outright. Ken's defensive tactics have only added fuel to the fire, especially after his fiery live stream where he demanded concrete proof of the alleged conversations. Problem is, with messages disappearing over time on platforms like Grindr, his insistence on impossible evidence has left many questioning his credibility. Is he really innocent, or is he trying to deflect attention from something far worse? His refusal to address some of the more detailed accusations only intensifies the speculation, casting a shadow of doubt over his intentions. But it's not just Ken under fire. Gypsy, too, is facing backlash. By continuing to stand by him publicly, she's drawing criticism from both supporters and detractors. Some argue she's enabling his behavior, while others suspect her loyalty may be more of a calculated move to protect her public image. Either way, the association is starting to hurt her reputation, and it's clear her PR team is scrambling to control the fallout. How long can she remain silent before it becomes too much to defend? The drama keeps escalating, and the internet can't look away. As the choices of her inner circle continue to reflect on her, Gypsy's meticulously crafted image seems to be unraveling right before our eyes. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, in comes Internet Sweetheart, a tattooed TikTok firestarter with a flair for chaos. Known for his sharp tongue and viral controversies, this polarizing figure has a talent for stirring the pot, earning bans, devoted fans, and fierce critics alike. It was Bree, Gypsy's die-hard supporter, who decided to weaponize his unfiltered persona by recruiting him for a takedown of Fancy Miss Solly, a creator infamous for exposing Gypsy's alleged web of lies. True to form, Internet Sweetheart delivered a scathing roast that left no room for doubt about his loyalty to Bree and Gypsy. But as the internet processes this latest blow-up, one question lingers. How much longer can Gypsy's public persona hold up under the weight of mounting scandals?
Now, some of you may know this, but some of you may not. Internet Sweetheart is what he goes by on TikTok. He was actually always pro Gypsy, okay, and would hang out with Bree on her panel of minions all night and day and all of that, and was just very pro Gypsy. And he even made a roast. He gets paid, like, he advertises himself on TikTok that you can pay him $40 and he'll roast whoever you want him to roast, okay? that's how he makes money, because he can't make money on TikTok anymore because his accounts have gotten banned so much because he said he went through a bad relationship and all of that. I don't know if that's true. That's just alleged. That's just what he has said. That's just what Internet Sweetheart has said.
Modern day Angel's reputation has taken a wild turn, and it all started with what seemed like innocent fun. Known for his charm and relatability, he joined in on some lighthearted roasting, but things spiraled when fans turned on him. The backlash was swift and unforgiving, forcing him to reflect deeply. In an emotional live stream with Katie Joy, he issued a heartfelt apology, admitting he'd crossed a line. But he didn't stop there. He called out Gypsy and Breeze's drama as toxic and declared he wanted no part of their camp anymore. Just as fans thought the drama had peaked, modern-day Angel dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming. He accused Scott Breeze of shady activities on secret apps, a revelation that sent shockwaves through their inner circle. With this bold move, he shifted from being a participant in the drama to its whistleblower, polarizing the internet. While some praised him as a hero for exposing the truth, others questioned his motives and the credibility of his claims. But the story only got wilder. He revealed he was contacted on a mysterious app called Boy Club by none other than Scott Breeze himself, allegedly. Screenshots and cryptic messages quickly surfaced, sparking a frenzy of speculation. Fans were left stunned by the sheer audacity of the accusations and captivated by the unfolding chaos. The internet remains divided, with everyone anxiously awaiting the next chapter in this ever-twisting saga.
I am so nervous to make this video right now, but I have to be honest, I have to get this off my chest. Last night, I get a message on this app, okay? I'm not gonna say what app it is, just, it's a special app. It's the Boys Club. I get this message from this guy named Scott. He's talking about, what's up, bro? So I message him back and I'm like, face pic, please. And he sends me this photo.
Y'all see these text messages. Pay attention to these text messages. It's from somebody named Scott. Watch.
So I'm like, okay, I don't know why he took the photo from that angle or why he cropped it like that or whatever, but he's cute. Like, right off the jump, I'm looking at him and I'm like, yeah, he doesn't really look like he could afford this. So I told him straight up, right out the gate, Scott, I'm going to warn you, I'm very pricey, high maintenance. So he responds, I can afford it. My wife is out at the book signing. Come through. Okay, this was last night. Okay, so.
At first, the messages between Scott and the beloved internet personality seemed innocent, just a casual introduction and some light banter. But things took a spicy turn faster than anyone could have expected. Scott's tone shifted dramatically, moving from friendly to unmistakably flirtatious. And then came the invitation that had fans raising their eyebrows. Scott invited the internet sweetheart to visit, conveniently adding that his wife was out of town for a book signing. But wait, it gets messier. Scott didn't stop there. His persistence was next level, sending his location and firing off follow-up messages that practically begged her to come over. He emphasized that he was home alone and insisted she head over ASAP, creating an air of urgency that left the internet buzzing. What was Scott thinking?
Okay, so those text messages, if you can't understand Internet Sweetheart because he's talking pretty fast, the text messages here says, I can afford it. Wife is out at a book signing. ... Come through. And then it's got the address. And he's saying, come on, bro. You coming? Text me. And then gives Internet Sweetheart his phone number.
When Scott's wife was temporarily out of the house, it seemed like he wasted no time diving into a whirlwind of questionable decisions. His apparent desperation added a reckless edge to his behavior, setting the stage for a jaw-dropping revelation that would leave everyone talking. According to reports, Scott arranged a private meeting with an internet personality known as Internet Sweetheart, or modern-day Angel, sparking intrigue and speculation. Upon arriving at Scott's residence, the encounter reportedly took on a transactional tone, with Scott allegedly spending a hefty sum, perhaps to secure discretion or maintain control over the situation. But things were about to take a wild and unexpected turn. The pivotal moment came when Internet Sweetheart entered the bathroom and noticed a framed photo hanging on the wall. At first glance, it seemed innocuous, but something about it felt off. A closer inspection revealed a shocking twist. The woman in the photo was eerily familiar. It didn't take long for the pieces to fall into place. The woman in the picture was none other than Bree, a prominent figure in Gypsy's team and, wait for it, Scott's wife.
I go to the restroom, okay? I'm urinating. I look up right above the toilet. I'm thinking, why is there a photo right above the toilet? Well, it's a picture of him and a woman, okay? And then, it clicks in my head, okay, this is his wife. I look at her and I'm like, why does she look so familiar? And I realize that is Bree with the facts. Friends, like, I'm like, hold on. You said she's out of the book signing. Are you talking about Gypsy's book signing? Okay, so at this point, he gets very uncomfortable. And he's like, yeah, he's like, don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Here, I'm going to give you some money. I'm like, okay, then give me some money. Then I'm not going to say anything about this degree. Because, money talks. He hands me a check. And I'm like, okay.
So internet sweetheart agreed, okay, he's going to give me some money. I'm not going to tell Bree about this, which he has apologized about roasting Fancy Maselli since he done that roast. He's apologized for it on one of Katie Joy's lives. He apologized about that and has stopped hanging out with Bree and her panel or having anything to do with them, and actually said he did not want to be a part of their Gypsy drama on Bree's channel, on Bree's TikTok channel anymore.
What started as a shocking personal discovery for internet sweetheart quickly turned into a scandal with far-reaching consequences. The revelation linked Scott's shady actions to Bree's standing in Gypsy's close-knit circle, creating a whirlwind of drama that raised serious questions about trust, loyalty, and the fragile dynamics within their social group. This discovery didn't stay private for long. It became the catalyst for internet sweetheart to go public, transforming what could have been a minor indiscretion into a full-blown public scandal. The fallout was swift and unpredictable. The tension reached a boiling point when internet sweetheart confronted Scott about a suspicious photo, pressing him on whether the book signing he'd mentioned was connected to Gypsy's event. Scott's discomfort was impossible to ignore, but he tried to downplay the situation. In a desperate move, he offered $1,000 to buy internet sweetheart's silence. However, the story took an even darker turn when the check bounced. Feeling betrayed and furious, internet sweetheart decided to air the details, leaving no stone unturned. In their recounting, they expressed deep disappointment in Bree and Gypsy's circle, warning others to stay far away from Scott, whom they accused of being manipulative and dishonest. This saga has left reputations in shambles, trust shattered, and fans questioning what really goes on behind the polished facades of these public figures.
No, it's good, bro. It's good. So I look at the check. $1,000. Would you believe I took that bid to Amazon? I pulled out of Amazon thinking I was about to have a payday. And, it bounced. I mean, it bounced like a motherfucking trampoline. I am so disappointed in Brie with the facts. And, Gypsy's PR team really needs to do something about this because this is not a good look for them. This is not a good look for Brie. So I'm making this video to warn other people. And if you get messaged by a guy named Scott Nicolini, just know he will sell you all types of lies to try to give you a fantasy of what's going to happen, and that's not what's going to occur.
Good look for Gypsy, because we all know that Bree is on the Lifetime documentary that's coming up, this next season that's coming up. She's on it. And then for this to come out about her husband is wild.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, like, did, quote, internet sweetheart get set up by Bree and her boyfriend or husband? We've been told they're not married. They're not actually married. They've just been together for a few years and they call each other husband and wife. But we don't know. Maybe they are married. Who knows? But that's not the point.
So I've seen a lot of my mugshot circulating on the internet. People laughing about it, that I got arrested again. I really don't care. I've been very open about my past and my present, which is why I'm making this video. A lot of people knew that I was in recovery from opiate addiction when I became an internet sensation and went viral on TikTok. And 2024 has hands down been the worst year of my life. I got kicked off of TikTok. I lost my job. I got into a relationship that was totally toxic and abusive. It ended with us both getting arrested. I am a real person with real feelings. I don't just exist to troll people on the internet. And like the past few months have been ridiculous. My life has become a Netflix movie. I was being followed by a private investigator and an FBI agent, and I was homeless, back on opiates. The love and support that I get from you guys is immense, and I feel it. And I'm so thankful to have like the viewers that I have. And I owe you guys the truth, and I owe you guys everything. So here's the truth.
Instead, her boyfriend, Ken Urker, is now allegedly embroiled in a scandal that has left fans in shock. Rumors swirled about Ken's secretive online activity, and the whispers only grew louder when Scott, Bree's partner, became entangled in the chaos. The revelation that Scott allegedly hooked up with another man sent shockwaves through Gypsy's inner circle, amplifying the drama to unimaginable levels. But what's grabbing even more attention are the unsettling parallels between Ken's rumored behavior and Scott's alleged actions. Are these isolated incidents, or do they hint at a troubling pattern among the men closest to Gypsy? Fans and critics alike are dissecting every detail, and theories are running wild on social media. The failed hush money attempt to bury these scandals has only added fuel to the fire, with many wondering if Gypsy's camp underestimated the fallout.
May have heard about Cowboy Bear. And Bree's husband has now gotten with internet sweetheart, apparently, y'all. And possibly not apparently, because we're fixing to show y'all text messages. But this is crazy. So apparently these two have more in common than what we thought and than what we all thought. And both of their men could possibly be bi, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And Bree hasn't come out to say anything about this. So that seems kind of odd to me that she hasn't rebutted it or said that it's true or not or anything.
Meanwhile, Bree's involvement in this tangled mess has added another layer of intrigue. Known for fiercely defending Gypsy at all costs, Bree's loyalty is now being tested by the ongoing scandal. Will she confront the situation head-on, or is she hoping it will all blow over? Some speculate that her increased presence on TikTok, frequent live streams and content could be a distraction, a way to cope with the unresolved drama in her personal life. After all, if Scott was pursuing illicit hookups while she was away, what's happening when she's not looking? The deeper you dig into this scandal, the more complicated it becomes. There's definitely more going on beneath the surface, but what is the truth? Is everything as it seems? Or are we only getting part of the story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest twists in this ongoing drama. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.